Fellow Biafrans, my Igbo nation, they wish to separate us like they did the Crips, and they wish to use the issue of assimilation, the same thing they did with the black community in America, right? Separatism versus integration and assimilation, right? Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, W.E.B. Du Bois, Booker T, Marcus Garvey, and so on. Think about it. Think about it. African Americans betrayed me, and I've been thinking long and hard. A prince should not support those who do not have the heart to do the right thing. If I help your communities out, or if I don't speak so harshly about your communities, or I use my reverent power, my future reverent power, from being the top martial artist who stood against the grain, who other races tried to cheat out of his rightful place, to help you, then I'm helping wicked cowards reproduce. No, I'm only going to help people who think like me, who carry their cross, prosper and reproduce. I'm sure we can all agree that the world is better off without the people who didn't stand with me, and we need the types of people that would have stood with me. I think we can all agree on that. Mind, body, and soul. We don't need people who have with a Western mind, with no soul, and with a corrupt, obese body. We need righteous men of God. Okay? It's about time that we fight back against the eugenicists so we can ensure a future for righteous men of God. Not for white people or black or Jews or Christians, but men of God, regardless what faith they are. Not using a Masonic scale. Now that the prince has grown to be a bull with horns, all these African Americans, I swear to God, who used to tell me that their daughters aren't too good for me, now feel like the bitches they are. Nikki's parents, for example. Maybe Arlene's friend, that white slut. She said, she's too good for you. How is some how is some regular Filipina female, some average, fresh off above an Igbo prince? We expelled all of you people. And I'm the prince, okay? From a long line of the greatest warriors who rose to the top in the land of the greatest warriors, in the tribe that invented martial arts. I'd go as far as to say that my ancestors, literally, I'm a direct descendant of those who invented martial arts, not just someone from the same tribe. You get my drift. And they wish to deny me my rightful place, even though they can't beat me. It's not like, oh, because I'm related to them automatically. No, I offered them money, living with my parents disenfranchised by their philosophies and their groups who did not stand with me for a moment, who informed and helped the white man with his psychological operations. The same operations they used on the Crips and the Bloods when they would take their car from the impound, and they would shoot at the guys. They would dress up, at the rivals in their car. They would dress up as gangsters and cross out graffiti. They would pay their informants, their snitches, their secret societies, their CIA assets to start shit and to set up righteous, uncontrolled men. And these African Americans still do it to me to this day. They did it to their own. Perhaps they will always be the white man's slave. Perhaps there is no freeing them. Perhaps they have made their choice. Because none of them stood with me. Oh, how quick they were to go to Black Lives Matter. How quick they were to join the white man's Democratic Party. The white woman's feminist, Abigail Adams feminist movements. The Eastern Star white secret society movements. How fast they ran to that, with how much passion. And how they didn't stand with their prince when they knew deep in their hearts he was right. Was it their jealousy? Was it their envy? Was it their Western materialistic culture? I mean, what causes the weather? I have the weather lady in this country telling me that she's 10 steps ahead of me. I'm like, look, there's two things you all need to know. I swear to God, on my grandmother, on my uncle, and on my dead son, there's two things you need to know. One, it is not right to use Western materialism or anything else to put people beneath you because out of jealousy or anything ignoble. That is evil. You are evil. Number two, you are beneath me. What makes you think you're the equal of a prince and the top martial artist? Newsflash, bitch, you're just some white psychologist with nice tits from Santa Cruz. And newsflash, bitch, you're just the weather lady. Can you believe I actually have to explain these things to these out-of-touch American whores? Do any of you have any doubt that they are inferior forms of life who should not be helped? And if I was to help them instead of people like me, I would be creating a world where cowards, selfish, shallow scum reproduce and good men are screened out. I will not do that. Thank you. I will not.